North Korea is the country that actually figured out my wing. Um, Most people didn't know. Well, originally I was actually doing it in. I was actually an American project and or a German project, and we had spent a lot of money, but the materials just weren't there to verify the to do it. It's a what's it called? Oh, it's a highly it's kind of a flexi wing, and there was lots of problems. And basically, you need a computer model to actually be able to do it. So basically, what it is, it's a flexi suspension. I drew it wrong. Darn it, flexi suspension wing. Basically like this. So basically, the way it's made up is it actually uses bamboo. Or not bamboo, not bamboo, but uses tubes, small little tubes instead of big tubes. Normally on a wing, you would have one big tube, and a bunch of small tubes. And what North Korea actually did for their leader, and I love you, North Korea. Don't believe what they say. Of course, that has more to do with the fact that some people were trying to turn it into their little high-end, rich black person, white person, whatever hotel where they could do whatever they wanted to my poor little North Koreans. I love you. I'm your real leader. I'm your daddy. I love you. I'm sorry. Anyway, so normally on a wing you have it, and they did this for me. And like I say, you guys are amazing. Anyway, North Korea. The most amazing country in the whole world, by the way. Or one of them, anyway. Okay, so basically, normally you'd have one big spar and all that, and you would do all this stuff, and they needed computers to be able to do this, and so they couldn't really do it exactly. Anyway, so normally, so with a flexi wing, basically you don't have a big spar. So how do you suspend a huge, great big aircraft on top? And well, normally you need a big wing, a big, thick, fat wing, but it's more efficient to have a thinner wing that is just longer or something like that, less drag or something like that. So, but there's no room for a great big massive strong spar. So how do you do that? Well, what you have is you have a lot of little tubes, a lot of tubes going like this, and what they have is they have cables which go down and go along, go to this other side, and basically this gives you rigidity in the suspension. So when you're suspending this, when this wing takes lift, basically it won't compress, basically because it has to because this band has to actually get shorter for these wingtips to actually get closer. So so then it's basically like an inverse. It's like a suspension bridge. In order for these wingtips to come up, this has to actually it has to wrap around the body, basically, or wrap around a flat spot right here, which is reinforced. They use a reinforced flat spot, and basically these wings have to basically rip up or something like that, or this needs to actually go out longer or something like that. So it's a very controversial, and it was a very theoretical wing, and basically it's a wing that looks basically like this. Or something like that, basically, kind of. Anyway, a little bit. Anyway, you see it on it's a new jet design. Anyway, though, amazing work. Anyway, I believe North Koreans were working on that project. I'm pretty sure that they were actually the ones doing the bendy wing. Now, the only problem with the bendy wing, of course, is that there's high wing flutter right here. If the shape isn't right, and they had to actually shape the body, and I think they went with maybe a carbon fiber wing or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, because aluminum didn't give them the rigidity enough. Because anyway, it's it's a composite wing, and it's really light and really complicated, and is really expensive to build. But if they could do it and they could make it work, then it was a really good wing. So anyway, though, but the real complicated part is these wingtips. If these wingtips get damaged, then it crushes and basically breaks. And basically, I think aluminum can't compress. Aluminum will just wrinkle up. So So what they were using, I believe, is a fiberglass wing or something like that, or a composite wing. Anyway, it's really, really sophisticated, and you really have to know what you're doing in order to build a wing like this. It really didn't work with aluminum. Aluminum had a tendency to just crimple up. It would just crimple. It would just crimple the wing, and that would just fold in. So it didn't really work with aluminum. But with fiberglass, it does work. So anyway, in fiberglass and composite, it's basically a composite wing. It can take the flexing, it can take everything. And really, like I say, North Korea, you outdid yourself. You're really amazing, and I love you all very, very much. And I'm very, very impressed with what you did, because it was a wing that basically could not work for a lot of different applications, and they turned it around and they made it work for their applications.